girl can cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Tuscan stuffed chicken breast. So go ahead and grab your ingredients and let's get started. Alright y'all, so the first thing we're going to start off with is making our filling for our chicken breast. And you're going to need about 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. And to that we're going to add in 1 cup of fresh spinach. Now if you want to add a little more or a little less, that's up to you. Alright, we're going to also add in 1 to 3 tablespoons of sun-dried tomatoes. You guys, it's just tomatoes in olive oil with a little bit of seasoning. If you choose not to add those, that's also okay. Alright. And I'm going to add in some Pecorino Romano cheese. If you don't have a Pecorino, guess what you can add? Some Parmesan, just as much or as little as you like, okay? So you also want to hit it with 1/4 cup of Italian style cheese, or you can use mozzarella. That's totally up to you. And for the seasonings, we're going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And you know we got to add in a little bit of salt to taste. And once you get all of those seasonings combined, you're going to mix this very well into a creamy consistency. You do not want this to be chunky, okay? Now here I added in 1/2 of the cream cheese, and now I'm adding in the other 1/2. Together it makes up 8 ounces. I just like to have it divided, okay? But make sure you mix that up. And y'all, I almost forgot one ingredient: the red pepper chili flakes. Now that's optional. If you don't like spice, you can leave it out. But I personally like spice, so I added in some crushed red pepper, okay? Like I said, you can skip out on that if you choose to. That's only about 1/4 of a teaspoon, okay? All right, so now that our mixture is completely mixed, it's creamy, it's good to go. We're going to set that aside, and now we are going to work on our seasoning blend. And it's just basically a mixture of seasonings, y'all, okay? So we're going in with 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and y'all know if we have garlic, we gotta have onion. Stop playing. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, as well as 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And guess what? We got to hit it with some paprika, which is just 1/4 teaspoon, and some Cajun seasoning. If you do not want the Cajun seasoning, you can use salt or seasoned salt or some type of all-purpose seasoning. And that is all, okay? Give it a quick mix. Mix it really well, and you're going to set that aside. And this is what we're going to season our chicken breast with, okay? This will be enough to make up 3 chicken breasts, or almost 4. It depends on you. All right, so look, we have 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. They are clean, and I patted them dry. So, honey, they are ready to go. And we are just going to go ahead and cut through these chicken breasts, kind of like butterfly them, so that they can have the stuffing to go inside. So all you have to do is just take a paring knife, a smaller knife, not a big knife, or if you want to use a big knife, you can. And you just want to make a little slit in the side. Now you don't want to make it too far down on the bottom. You want to kind of make it right in the middle as best as you can. I know our knifing skills are probably not as A1. Mine are definitely not. But you know, just try to get it as clean cut as you can, just like that. And if you need to run your knife back through it, you should, or you can. But make sure you do not poke any holes in this chicken breast, okay? You don't want any filling to seep and waste out from underneath or on top. So here's the third breast I'm working on. Just run your knife through it, honey, okay? Try to get it closer to the top than the bottom, so when you cook your chicken breast, when you sear it, it doesn't automatically start spilling out, okay? And y'all, that's it. Very simple, very easy. You don't want to cut it all the way to the back, and then you got a chicken sandwich. We don't want to do that. Make sure you just cut it just enough so that filling can go inside. All right, and now it's time for us to season. So season up your chicken. Make sure you get it well. You don't have to worry about using too much because it's perfectly balanced, and this is enough for those chicken breasts, and you're going to use all of it, okay? And make sure you get both sides, not just one. All right, let me repeat, get both sides, not just one. And you also want to season the inside, okay? This chicken is going to be so flavorful because you season every single part, the inside, the outside, around, above, top. It don't matter, okay? All of it. Now, one thing I did forget to add was a little bit of oil. You can add a little bit of olive oil to your chicken breast so your seasoning stick a little bit better. But I did also find that it really didn't make much of a difference because I cooked it in oil. So I mean, if you want to add the oil, you can. But usually I would personally add some oil to this for my seasonings, but it was perfectly fine without it. So that's up to you, honey. Okay. So look, now our chicken is seasoned and now it is time to stuff it. Y'all, I'm just taking a little teaspoon here and I'm just adding that chicken stuffing in just as much as I would like to. And you see I'm kind of smoothing it out using the edge of that spoon to get all of that stuffing into the chicken. Now, I'm not using toothpicks. In my last video, I used toothpicks. There's no specific reason as to why I'm not. It's just I forgot to put them in there, y'all. And guess what? That's okay because normally I would cook this without toothpicks when I do make it, and it turns out fine. So, you know, the key is to not overstuff it. If you put too much stuffing in, it's going to spill out. And honestly, if you put toothpicks in, it's still going to spill out. So it really don't matter, okay? As long as you plate it up and make it look nice, it's all good in the neighborhood, all right? So once you get your chicken stuffed, get you a skillet over medium heat. If you don't have a cast iron skillet, you can cook this in any type of skillet you prefer and transfer it later. But look, I'm going in with a tablespoon of butter, and look at this, y'all, some chicken fat. All right, now before you hang up on me, just hear me out. It's the same thing as bacon fat or bacon grease. It's just the fat from a chicken that's been rendered down, and it is quite delicious, okay? But if you choose not to use that or you don't have any on hand, you can definitely use avocado oil or olive oil, okay? Just 2 tablespoons. And please let me remind you again that once you sear this chicken, it will probably spill some of the contents out, all right? But that's okay. I had a minimal spill because I didn't stuff it as much as I wanted to, which is what I was aiming for. But you know, if you do spill it, y'all, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, I promise. Just scoop that joker right back on in there with a spoon, all right? Now look, once you get it seared on both sides, you want to turn it back to the upright position, and then you want to cut the heat off. Now, if you're using a cast iron skillet, you want to add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of chicken broth. If you're going to be transferring this to a pan, don't worry about the broth. The broth is only just to bring some moisture to the pan so it doesn't smoke out or burn in the oven. All right? So look, once you sear it, we're going to cook it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes to finish that off. And listen, that is it. That's all, you guys. If you're using a different chicken breast, like a larger breast or a smaller breast, you may want to adjust your cooking time. But honey, after you cook them bad boys up, y'all know it's time to plate it. So let's go ahead and plate it up. And there you have it, guys, our delicious Tuscan stuffed chicken breast. Y'all, this recipe is so delicious. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. You can serve it with rice, with potatoes, over pasta, however you want, with a simple side salad and broccoli, or even asparagus. Okay, so look, I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for tuning into my channel. And if you check out this recipe, let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see y'all next time in the next video.